Hello students, welcome back to the second part of Unit 1 C reading. I will do it. In the previous class, we discussed how Mr. Narayana Murthy worked very hard and got a high rank in the IIT entrance test. And we also knew why his father expressed his inability to send Murthy to IIT because of two reasons. We have already seen. What are the two reasons? One is his father had a large family, and the other thing is he was just a school teacher, and that's why he said he could not afford to send Murthy to an IIT. So this is what we have seen so far. Now, how did Murthy feel when his father said he could not send Murthy to IIT? Let us see. What were his feelings? Right. His father was sad that he had to tell the bitter truth to his son, but it could not be helped. The boy had to understand reality. His father was sad that he had to tell the bitter truth to his son. His father refers to whose father? We have already seen Murthy's father was sad. Why Murthy's father was sad? Because his son got a high rank in the IIT entrance test, but he was unable to send Murthy to IIT. That's why he was feeling sad in his heart actually. That he had to tell the bitter truth to his son. What was the bitter truth? Bitter truth means what? An unpleasant truth. Unpleasant truth. A truth which is not at all pleasant. That is called a bitter truth. So what was the bitter truth that Murthy's father had to tell Murthy? That he was unable to send Murthy to IIT because of his family burdens. It could not be helped. The boy had to understand reality. Okay. So Murthy's father, he expressed his helplessness to Murthy, but the boy had to understand reality. So Murthy also understood the reality. What was the reality? That his father's burdens, family burdens, and his father's commitment to bring up the family, large family. So Murthy had to understand all those things. That was the reality. The teenager was disappointed. It seemed his dreams had burned to ashes. He was so near to fulfilling his fondest hope, yet so far his heart sank in sorrow. The teenager was disappointed. So what is the meaning of teenager? A young man who is aged between 13 and 19 is called a teenager. So Murthy, the teenager, was disappointed naturally when his father said, I am unable to send you to IIT Murthy. When he said like that, how did Murthy feel? How did Murthy feel? He was disappointed. He felt very, very unhappy, unpleasant. It appeared to him that his dreams had burnt to ashes. What is the meaning of dreams burnt to ashes? Dreams completely got destroyed. His dreams got shattered. His hopes got shattered. అంటే అతని కళ చెదిరిపోయింది అని చెప్పొచ్చు మనం. ఎందుకని? అతను మంచి ర్యాంక్ వచ్చినప్పటికీ మంచి ర్యాంక్ వచ్చింది, అలాగే ఐఐటిలో సీట్ సంపాదిస్తాననేటువంటి ఆశ కూడా ఉంది. కానీ ఫాదర్ ఎప్పుడైతే తన యొక్క అసక్తతను వ్యక్తం చేశారో మూర్తి యొక్క ఆశలన్నీ కూడా కళ్ళలైపోయినాయని చెప్పాలి. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ డ్రీమ్స్ బర్న్ టు యాషెస్. He was so near to fulfilling his fondest hope. Fulfilling means satisfying. So until his father told him about his disability, Murthy was thinking that he was going to join an IIT because that was his fondest hope. That was his dearest hope. That was his dearest dream or dearest wish to join in an IIT. But his heart sank in sorrow. His heart sank in sorrow means he was totally disappointed. He felt really sorrowful and unpleasant because his father could not send him to IIT. But he did not reply. He never shared his unhappiness or helplessness with anybody. He was an introvert by nature. His heart was bleeding, but he did not get angry with anybody. So, if it were any other child, any other teenager, he would not understand his father like that. But Murthy was a different man. He was a very silent and decent fellow. So what did he do? He did not reply. He neither cried nor blamed his father. He was simple. He was silent. He never shared his unhappiness or helplessness with anybody. So he did not express his unhappiness or helplessness with anybody. That means he did not share his feelings with inner feelings with either his friends or with his relatives. He was an introvert by nature. So what is the meaning of an introvert here? Murthy was an introvert, we can say, because who is an introvert? Who is called an introvert? A person who prefers to spend time alone, or a person who does not wish to share his feelings with emotions with others. Such a person is called an introvert. And some people are introverts, and some people, they share their feelings with others very easily. They want to move in groups. They want to share their feelings with others freely. Such people are called extroverts. So, but Murthy, he was an introvert by nature, by birth. His heart was bleeding. That means there was a lot of displeasure or disappointment in his heart, but he did not get angry with anybody. So he did not blame anybody. He was looking very silent actually. The day came, his classmates were leaving for Madras, now Chennai. They were taking a train from Madras to Mysore to Madras. They have shared good years in school and college together. He went to the station to say goodbye and good luck to them for their future life. So the day came. The day came. Which day came? The day on which Murthy's friends were leaving for Madras to join the IIT there. His classmates were leaving for Madras. Now it is called Chennai. In those days, it was called Madras, that city. Now it is called Chennai. So Murthy's classmates were leaving for Madras. They were waiting for the train on the platform. They were taking a train from Mysore to Madras. So they were starting from their hometown Mysore for Madras. They were leaving for Madras. They have shared good years in school and college together. So right from first class to intermediate, all the friends, classmates, they had lived very good years. They shared their feelings happily, emotions happily in school and in their college also together. So their feelings were alike almost. He went to the station to say goodbye and good luck to them for their future life. So Murthy also went to the railway station, not to board the train with his friends, but just to say goodbye, good luck to his friends, because they were leaving for IIT Madras, not Murthy. At the station, his friends were already there. They were excited and talking loudly. The noise was like the chirping of birds. They were all excited and discussing their new hostels, new courses, etc. He was not part of it. So he stood there silently. One of them noticed and said, "You should have made it." At the station, that means at Mysore railway station, his friends were already there. So Murthy's friends had already reached the railway station. And Murthy also reached there after some time. By the time Murthy reached the railway station, his friends had already been there. They were already there. They were excited and talking loudly. Excited, that means they were thrilled. They were looking very cheerful, enthusiastic, because they were leaving for a new place. And they were talking very loudly. Naturally, when students gather, when they go on an excursion by bus or train, so they all gather and they share their feelings, they share their moments of happiness, friendly feelings together in a loud manner, loud voice. Just like that, they were also, all the friends of Murthy were also excited and they were talking very loudly. The noise was like the chirping of birds. When the boys were talking at the railway station, when they were waiting for the train, Their noise looked like the chirping of birds. Chirping of birds means the sound made by a group of birds. That is what is called chirping of birds. They were all excited and discussing their new hostels, new courses, etc. So naturally, they were all excited. They were all thrilled. They were all looking very, very cheerful. And they were discussing, oh, how our hostels are going to be, how our new courses will be, how our new lecturers will be, how our study will be at the new place, that is IIT Madras. So naturally, they were discussing in a cheerful manner about their future life, about their new courses, new hostels, new teachers, like that. He was not part of it. He was not part of it means who was not part of it? Who was not part of what? He means Murthy. So Murthy, he was not sharing his feelings with his friends because he was not going along with his friends. That's why he was feeling very silent. Actually, he was not taking part in the discussion of his friends. He was just listening to them. So he stood there silently. One of them noticed and said, "You should have made it." So when Murthy was looking silent, one of his friends said to him or told him, Murthy, you should have made it. You should have made it in the sense you should also have joined us. You should also have come with us. One of his friends told him like that, but Murthy was helpless because he had no chance of leaving for IIT Madras along with his friends because of the factors, because of the things we have already discussed. He did not reply. He only wished all of them. He waved at the train slowly and left the platform. So we have already seen that Murthy was an introvert. He would not share his feelings with others easily. He was a silent person. That's why he did not reply to his friend, and he just said goodbye to all of them, and he just waved at them. What is the meaning of wave at? To move the hand from side to side when somebody is leaving for a new place or leaving for another place. So he just waved at him. అంటే జస్ట్ తను వాళ్ళు వెళ్తున్న సందర్భంగా వాళ్ళకి తను గుడ్ బై చెబుతూ చేతులు ఊపడం జరిగింది. ఎప్పుడు యాజ్ ద ట్రైన్ స్లోలీ లెఫ్ట్ ద ప్లాట్ఫామ్, ట్రైన్ అలా వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉంటే అతను జస్ట్ వాళ్ళకి వీడ్కోలు పలుకుతూ he was saying goodbye to his friends just by waving his hands, and the train left the platform. Now let us move on to that. He stood there even after he could no longer see the train or the waving hands. It was the June of 1962 in Mysore city. Monsoon had set in and it was getting dark. It had started to drizzle, yet he stood there motionless. So Murthy became emotional. He stood there silently. He stood there even after he could no longer see the train or the waving hands. So the friends started waving to Murthy. He was waving his hand to them, at them. He stood there. There means where? On the platform. The train had already left. But Murthy was still standing on the platform with a heavy heart, with a disappointed heart. It was the June of 1962 in Mysore city. So this incident happened in the month of June 1962. In which city? Mysore city, the home city of Murthy. Monsoon had set in. Monsoon had set in. Set in means entered. That means a rainy season had already started. It was getting dark. So by the time Murthy turned back, started for his home, it was dark. It was getting dark. It was becoming dark, and it had started to drizzle. To drizzle. Drizzle is used as a verb here. Drizzle means rain lightly. It can be used as a noun also. Drizzle means light rain. So that is a noun form, but here it is used in the sense of a verb. It had started to drizzle. That means light rain. It had started to drizzle means it started raining lightly, slightly. Yet he stood there motionless. Motionless means without any movement. Stationary. Murthy stood there means where? On the railway platform. without any moment, because he was in a very disappointed mood, because all his friends had already started for IIT Madras, but he was not a part of their journey. That's why that disappointed him very much. He said to himself, without any anger or jealousy, all students from the IITs study well and do big things in life. But it is not the institution. Ultimately, it is you and you alone who can change your life by hard work. But inside, in his heart, there was a pain. But he had no anger. That means he did not blame his father, even in his mind. There was no jealousy. Oh, all my friends are lucky. They have already left for IIT Madras. I could not join them. So he had no feeling of jealousy on his friends. No anger, no jealousy. These are what kind of feelings? Anger and jealousy. These are negative emotions, negative feelings. But Murthy did not have any such negative feelings in his mind. All students, so he said to himself like this. He began to think like this. All students from the IITs study well and do big things in life. No doubt, if a student, if some students get seats in IIT, they study well because they have better facilities there rather than in normal engineering colleges. They have better chances to study in an IIT, and they can do big things in life. That means they can achieve greater heights in their lives, no doubt. But it is not the institution. Ultimately, finally, it is you and you alone. That means the success of a student, the success of an IITian or any student is not dependent on the college or the university where he studies. Then, what does the success of a student on what does the success of a student depend? It ultimately, finally depends on you and you alone. That means you and you alone means only you can decide your future. You can divide, you yourself can decide your fate or destiny. How? It is the attitude. Attitude is altitude. So it is your positive outlook. It is your positive thinking. It is your attitude that only can make you a great man, successful man in our life. Your success does not depend on the school or college where you study, not on the institution alone. You and you alone can change your life by hard work. That means just because of hard work, a student can achieve success in his life, not just because of the institution or the college or university where he studies in. Probably, maybe, he was not aware that he was following the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. Your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is yourself. So, Bhagavad Gita, so it is a holy book for the Hindus. And in that Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said, what did he say? Your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is yourself. That means what you want to become has to be decided by your mindset only, by your attitude only. Your positive attitude only can make you a great man. Your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is yourself. That means what you want to become is just in your hands only. There is no enemy from outside. If you have some negative feelings, they are your worst enemies. If you have some positive attitude, that is your best friend. So this is the saying of the Bhagavad Gita. And unknowingly, probably he was not aware of that. That means Murthy had not read that slogan from the Bhagavad Gita. Yet he was unknowingly, without his knowledge, he was following the philosophy or the idea of this idea of Bhagavad Gita. That means he made up his mind to study in one of the engineering colleges in Mysore itself, and he made up his mind to become a successful man in his life just by his hard work. That is what we have to understand. Later, he worked very hard and focused on one thing, never bothering about his personal life or comforts. He shared his wealth with others. He never used the help of any caste, community, or political connections to go up in life. So later, that means, as we know, he could not get an admission. He could not go to the IIT Madras, but he studied in one of the engineering colleges in Mysore or somewhere, and he worked very hard and focused on one thing. He targeted only one thing. What was that? Never bothering about his personal life or comforts. Success only. He focused on one thing. What was that one thing? Success in his life. He never bothering. That means never troubling about, never worrying about his personal life or comforts. He never thought, or he never considered whether he had good facilities, good comforts in his personal life or not. He never bothered about them. He never worried about them. He shared his wealth with others. So when he became a successful man, he gathered a lot of wealth. He got a lot of wealth, but he shared it with others also. He never used the help of any caste, community, or political connections to go up in life. That means some people, they make use of their caste. So and so MLA or MP, he belongs to my caste. I approach him and I will get a seat in that college. Some people say like that. And some people, they make use of their community, religion, and they make use of their political connections to become successful in their lives. But Murthy never used any such kind of help in his life. That means on his own, with his own industry, with his own efforts, he came up in his life. A son of a school teacher showed other Indians it was possible to earn wealth legally and ethically. He built a team of people who were equally good. A son of a school teacher. Who is the son of a school teacher here? Murthy showed other Indians. He proved the fact that it was possible to earn wealth legally and ethically. That means some people, to earn wealth, some people resorted to very unfair means, unethical manners, illegal methods they use to become wealthy in a very short time. But Murthy never used his wealth legally. He used his to he showed other Indians that it was possible to earn wealth. How did he earn wealth? How did he get wealth? Legally. That means according to the law, not resorting to illegal activities. And ethically. Ethically means morally right. In a morally right manner, in a morally correct manner, and legally correct manner, legally and ethically. In such a way, Murthy earned a lot of wealth. He built a team of people who were equally good. So he went in contact with some more people. He formed a team of people. He organized a team of experts who were equally good. They were also very brilliant engineers in his field. So he formed an association with them and he worked with them and he gave importance to their goodness and all those things. And he recognized their industry and encouraged them. So he liked teamwork also. He became a pioneer of India's software industry and started the information technology wave. Today, he has become an icon of simplicity and uncompromising quality and fairness apart from being a philanthropist. So this is an important para. Who became Narayana Murthy became a pioneer. What is the meaning of the word pioneer? What is the meaning of the word pioneer here? A person who is the first to study and develop something. A person who is the first to study and develop something. So Murthy became a pioneer. That means he started something newly in India. What is that? India's software industry. So he was the first to start software industry in India. and started the information technology wave. So before Murthy's entry into the software industry, there was very little importance for information technology, computer technology. Nowadays, we have computer technology everywhere. People are dependent on information technology everywhere. Students are leaving for foreign countries also to study and to do jobs. So it is all possible because of Murthy, because he was the first person to start software industry in India. Today, he has become an icon of simplicity. Icon means here a symbol. He has become a symbol of what? Simplicity and uncompromising quality. So, if you look at Murthy's life, you can find two qualities. What are they? Simplicity, first of all. He doesn't want to lead a luxurious life. He doesn't look like a rich man. Simplicity is one quality, and uncompromising quality. So, in his industry, software industry also, he does not compromise in quality because profit making was not his motto. That was not his aim at all. So uncompromising quality. What is the meaning of uncompromising quality? Showing unwillingness to change opinion. So just for the sake of earning profit, he never changes his opinion about running his industry. So this is the great thing in him, in Murthy. So simplicity and uncompromising quality. These are the qualities of Murthy, and he looks like an icon of these two qualities. Apart from, yes, and fairness also. What is the meaning of fairness? Fairness is honesty. He never resorts to any kind of dishonest means. Apart from, other than being a philanthropist. So philanthropist, Murthy, you can say that Murthy is also a philanthropist. Who is a philanthropist? Who is called a philanthropist? A person who devotes his service or wealth for the good of mankind. Philos, anthrop. Philos means love. Anthrop means humans or mankind. So philanthrop means loving of fellow beings, loving of mankind. So philanthropist means a person who loves the mankind simply, or who devotes his service or wealth for the good of mankind, for his fellow beings, is called a philanthropist. So Murthy is a philanthropist. That means he spends money for the good of others. He spends he allots his services also for the good of others. He really believes in the motto. Motto means slogan. He believes in one slogan. What is that slogan? It is not just the slogan of Murthy. It is the slogan of all the employees of that Infosys company. What is that slogan? Powered by intellect and driven by values. Powered by intellect and driven by values. You must remember this. What is the meaning of this one? Powered by intellect and driven by values. Intellect means what here? First of all, intelligence. Values means here moral values. So powered by intellect and driven by values means here one should become powerful or prosperous. One should come up in life and one should become powerful and prosperous not just by one's intellect and riches, but by his ethical values, moral values. Money is not always the factor that contributes to the success of a person. Intelligence is not always the factor. Intelligence and riches, they help you in reaching heights, but they must be supported by some ethical or moral values also. So Murthy believed in this principle, and throughout his life he has followed this principle, and he encouraged his employees also to follow this principle. Okay, right. He is none other than Nagavara Ramarao Narayana Murthy. So far we have not come across his full name. It is given here. Nagavara Ramarao Narayana Murthy. And what is he now today? The founder of Infosys. That means he established one company, software company in India for the first time. What is the name of the company? The Infosys India Private Limited. The Infosys, shortly we can call it. A leading, what is this Infosys? A leading IT, information technology company in the world. Now, it's not popular. This company, Infosys, is popular not just in India, throughout the world, it has become an icon of so many qualities that Narayana Murthy has. Yes, this lesson is written by Narayana Murthy's wife. She is also a software engineer. His better half, Sudha Murthy, the wife of Narayana Murthy. And you can go through the information about this author. You can gather some more information from your textbook, no problem. Now let us discuss some questions on comprehension. In the previous class, we discussed the first 14 questions. Now we shall go for the remaining questions on the paras that we have discussed so far. Right. So 14% we have already discussed. Why could not Murthy's father send Murthy to IIT? Because of two things. One is large family and the other is his financial status. 15th, why did Murthy's heart sink in sorrow? Or why was he disappointed? When his father said no, why Murthy was disappointed? Why did his heart sink in sorrow? Because his father expressed his inability to send Murthy to IIT. What kind of boy was Murthy? We have already seen. He was an introvert. Why did Murthy go to the railway station in Mysore? Why did he go? To see off his friends, to say goodbye to his friends who were leaving for Madras. Where were his friends going? To IIT Madras. Next one. Why was Murthy not part of the excitement of his friends? Because he was disappointed, or you can say because he was not going to IIT Madras, or any other possible answer that you deem fit can also be written here. It doesn't matter. What did Murthy say to himself? That a student's success depends not on the institution he studies in, but on his hard work. You must remember this. What was Murthy following unknowingly? He did not know that he was following something. Unknowingly, he was following something. What was that? The philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita or the Gita. What is the philosophy of the Gita, Bhagavad Gita? Your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is yourself. That means your attitude decides what you are or what you will be in future. What did Murthy show other Indians? That it was possible to earn wealth legally and ethically. Right. What did Murthy become ultimately? A pioneer of India's software industry. What is Murthy an icon of? An icon of simplicity and uncompromising quality and fairness. How can you say that Murthy is a philanthropist, a lover of mankind? Because he spent for the welfare of others, or he devotes his service and money for the good of others. What is Murthy's motto? What is the slogan that he follows? That a man should be powered by intellect and driven by values. What is Narayana Murthy the founder of? Or in other words, you can ask like this also. What did he found? What did he establish? What did he start? The Infosys company. So this way, you have to understand the lesson, and you should try to understand and try to answer the questions on comprehension. Students, just watch the video. Whenever you have a doubt on this particular C reading, I will do it. Of course, it's a simple lesson, but there are some important one-word substitutes given in this particular one, just like pioneer, philanthropist, introvert, extrovert. So such words are there. And in one of our next classes, we shall discuss these things also, one-word substitutions also. Now, just watch this video and share it to your friends. And if you have not subscribed to my channel so far, just press the subscribe button so that you may get instant efforts whenever I make my further videos. Thank you all for watching this video, and stay at home and stay safe. Thank you all.